Hi there, it's Marlene Helema from ImageMaven.com, and in this video I'm going to be talking about some of the new firmware for the Lumix G9, specifically the topic of auto white balance and the addition of the auto white balance W warm setting. Let's go! If this is your first time here, thanks for checking me out. I teach photography, photo editing, a little bit of lighting, and I'm a huge fan of Lumix cameras. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Now, personally, I do not use auto white balance very much, but there are situations where it does come in handy. Namely, if you do not know what the light source is. Now, this happens to me when I'm shooting in indoor skate parks, or I'm in any large space, basically, where I can't control the lighting and I have no idea what the overhead lights are doing. I typically would use a preset, like if I'm shooting outdoors on a sunny day, I'd use the daylight. If it's a cloudy day, I'd use cloudy, shade, etc. But for auto white balance, it's not something I typically use. In the studio, I actually use custom white balance and I get the color right in the camera. But Lumix has three choices now for auto white balance presets. So there's the AWB, the normal auto white balance, AWC, auto white balance cool, and AWBW, warm. So basically there's three flavors of color choices in the auto white balance palette, let's call it. Now, of course, there's many ways to change the color of your photos. If you shoot raw files, of course, you can do that in editing. You don't really need to worry about white balance if you shoot raw. But if you shoot JPEGs like I do, or if you shoot video, because remember, video is JPEGs. If you shoot video files, you definitely want to get your white balance as close as possible in the camera, because it saves you a whole ton of time in editing. So if you can shoot a good JPEG, you can shoot good video, guaranteed. My previous tests showed that the auto white balance, the regular one, was a bit on the warm side. But now they have warm, cool, and regular. So let's have a look at lots of sample photos and you'll see what the difference is. And of course, I want you to test this for yourself to see if you even need any of these. But they do come in handy. Okay, let's set this up. I'm using the Lumix G9 for this, and you can see that currently it's set on daylight white balance. So let's have a look at the auto white balance settings, and the quickest way to get into the white balance menu is to use the quick menu, function 2 button. You can also use the top LCD. There's a button on the top of the camera as well. So right now I'm in daylight, and you can change it by tapping the different white balance settings. You can see that I have white balance warm, white balance cool, and white balance neutral, as well as all the other ones, the custom white balance settings, and the degrees Kelvin. So that's it. You can also cycle through using the dial on the top right of the camera. Once you're happy, hit menu set, and you're ready to go, and you can see your choice right down here in the screen, on the LCD screen. Take a picture, play back your picture to see what you did in your shots. You can see that this photo was auto white balance C, and in the page 1 out of 5 of the expanded menus, you can see that it was auto white balance C as well there. The previous picture was auto white balance, and you can just go through all your photos and videos to see what white balance setting you used. Let's have a look at some photos and see what difference the auto white balance settings made. Now, when all is said and done, auto white balance or any white balance and the resulting color of your images is completely up to you. It's a subjective science. It's your creativity, it's your vision, it's what you want your final photographs to look like. So don't get too hung up on getting everything neutral, because sometimes neutral is kind of boring. So keep that in mind as you're taking photos and looking at the results. Well, that's it for this video. Stay tuned for more videos about the new firmware version 2.0 update coming soon. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below.